Autobots, transform!
What is up, Transformers family? Welcome to another Toy Story. I am the 80s Transformer fan. You are watching George Reviews, and today I'll be taking a look at Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Netflix Autobot Bumblebee. Here, there's Bumblebee clearly within the window box packaging. You can see his weapon back there. And I can tell right now, which most people already knew, he's a remold of Cliff Jumper. Obviously, you know, sort of kind of G1, you know. But, you can see new artwork for Bumblebee right here on the side of the box. A new little, like, static-y Autobot logo right there. Netflix, a Netflix original series. The back of the box is the product shot of the Volkswagen Beetle. Looks fantastic. I know this is like a CGI render. It's not the real toy. And you can see it's licensed by Volkswagen right there. Hasbro side of the box. Black and white image of the box, of the artwork from the Earthrise box. And nothing further to talk about. Let me check the bottom. Nothing there. So let's get Bumblebee open and have a look. See, check out what we got and what we get with this. Now, he's a deluxe class figure. He's a little deluxe class figure, and I had some issue with that with the Cliff Jumper review. And I actually had a guy like respond to me like on his own channel and tell me how it was like a mini masterpiece, and it was like, it deserved more respect, at least the Cliff Jumper mold. And I don't know. But anyway, check this guy out. He doesn't have like the little decoder and the message in the box like the Earthrise figures. They just left that out for this. Oh, and it's a little cool. Let me peep it out. The little static-y Autobot logo with Bumblebee in the background. It's pretty cool. And wait a minute. Wait a minute. Spoke too soon. What do we get? No warning label. We get the instruction booklet right here for anybody who wants to see that. The steps. It's pretty much the same layout. All these guys from Siege to Earthrise. Now Netflix. Same old, same old. And we get like a little piece of the arc. I guess. Is that a little part of Teletran 1? And I guess we connect it to the other figures and build a diorama or backdrop or something like that. Wow. This is new. I didn't know that. Haven't been watching my reviews lately, so I did not know that. Now I'm curious to see if it's actually in the instructions or you just figure it out on your own. So let's roll through this. And no, it is not in the instructions. So I guess there's A, and maybe it connects to B, and there's that north or next, or I don't know, with the N right there. But there's that. Here he is. Like, you see the same accessories. If you have Earthrise Cliff Jumper, it's pretty much the same thing as far as accessories. Get Bumblebee out. Man, they make it hard. That's it for Bumblebee. I mean, Bumblebee, the little squat versions of Bumblebee in the yellow, man. I mean, I hate to say it, but the little guy is cute. I hate to say it, because I'm more macho than that. Here are the pieces that make up his cannon. And the water ski stands. This was cool with Cliff Jumper. I don't know how much I'm excited to see the same stuff recycled with Bumblebee. Honestly, they could have just gave me a small handgun, and I'm sure I know you can turn these into a handgun, but that's like a giant ass cannon for a Bumblebee, you know. Anyway, let's take a look at Bumblebee. Let's bring him closer. And now Bumblebee, he gets on all his new incarnations, he gets the Generation 1 cartoon face, as opposed to the Generation 1 toy. Unless you get the Masterpiece, you get both, the battle mask and the face. It looks pretty good. It's like a mustard yellow Bumblebee. And man, if this thing don't look like the Masterpiece, so that people calling Mini Masters may have a point here. I could have been wrong. But he looks great. He really does. The paint right here, because all this is well, no, forearms are yellow plastic and this is paint, but this doesn't quite match up. I guess the black is kind of bleeding through, and it's better right here because it's painted over this translucent blue, and right here is painted over the black. That doesn't quite match up. It's not bugging me, but I just wanted to point it out to everybody. But he really looks good. I'm really digging this figure already. Bumblebee looks good. He has tight joints, much tighter than Smokescreen. I'm loving this little thing already. And just like Cliff Jumper, why does he not have an Autobot logo right here? I understand when you transform in robot mode, you got two sticking out, but I don't care. Put me an Autobot logo in there, or give me a little sticker sheet where I have the option to put one on. You know, charge me $5 more. Okay, not $5, but $1 more to give me a sticker I can just put on. You know, guess they figure we can get them anywhere now. Okay, let's take a look at that face. He has some very pale blue eyes, set a little bit deep in there, and they should have used a richer blue set against his silver face, because the blue almost looks like the silver. You got to kind of look hard at it, man. There's no real paint other than what I mentioned right here. He doesn't have stripe or anything like that. I guess he has the lights painted, but there's not much to F up on this figure. So let's take a look at his head articulation and his total articulation. His head is hitting this little panel right here, but it could 360 if it wasn't for that. Maybe if I pull it on and work with it, but you get this much out of it and this much out of it. That's pretty much all you need anyway. He is not looking up for jack. That's all you really get out of that for Bumblebee. Coming to his shoulders, you can lift his arm at the shoulder this far, which is very good. Rotates on that hinge. He has a bicep swivel, which is pretty awesome. And does the little hand actually rotates. He has molded in fingers and a thumb. That fist looks great. Coming to his waist, it should 360, nothing hindering it right there, which is pretty awesome. Get his legs this far, splits, we could do the splits. Front this far, he can put this giant boot up, some Decepticon can. There's a little stamping right there. And to the back just as far. Excellent articulation. Man, they actually made G1 looking Transformers that are action figure articulated, which is amazing to me. All right, get it up this far, knee bends right there, and you can see that giant rocker hinge right there in case you want to spread the legs. Action poses. So we get that. Oh, any front to back? No front to back, just you got to use the knee to go front to back. So with that being said, let's see what type of poses we can get Bumblebee in. Okay, we can't get quite one knee because of the size of the actual foot. It won't get under there, but you can get very close to it. Wide stance, action pose, which you can get him looking up. Let's see if he'll hold one leg running. Yeah, them big ass shoes. He should be able to hold one leg. So yeah, you can do a lot of things with him because articulation is only as good as the poses you can get him in. Now, let's take a look at his weapon, if I can remember how to put this thing together from Cliff Jumper. Or I can just look over at Cliff Jumper and reference him because he's coming out for this review. What do we got? What do we got? We're just going to plug it in right here. We're going to add this right here. I think it goes like this. A tripod, or it makes it a tripod. And this little piece right here. So, put this in Bumblebee hand, and it looks totally out of place for this guy. I mean, you can make it what you want, but this looks totally out of place for Bumblebee. It's just too big. It's just, I don't know. You know, I'm not a big fan of the whole Michael Bay Bumblebee take where he's like the action hero. Like, my Bumblebee is a little sucker. So let's reduce this gun, and it still looks imposing. That barrel, man, this got some kick. I guess you can do that, or you can dual wheel. Do this. So he can do that. That's a thing. I don't think it stores on him. outside of his hands and his robo. Oh, I'll take it back. There's a port. Yeah, you can do that. And now you can do the whole Megatron gimmick. So that's the thing. And also because, unfortunately, he's a parts former just like Cliff Jumper, you can take this off and make it a shield. And like, what sense does this make? Because like this part is made out of the same material he is. So if this can take laser fire or artillery rounds, he should just be able to stand there and take it like the Mandalorian. And you can do that. So that is a thing. And this is how it looks without the shield. And without the shield, yes, we get weapon storage. Well, without the back, the shield being on his back, we can get some type of weapon storage and connect and play. So you can do that if you so chose to. All right, before I get him transformed, I'm going to bring out Earthrise Cliff Jumper and see what the similarities are. They share like the understructure, like the actual legs, the waist, the section right here, but the roof of the car, the chest of the robot has been totally retooled. The arms are similar but different. Wait, maybe I gotta rotate it out. Yeah, I got it turned the wrong way. Okay, the arms are the exact same. I'm sorry. Just molded in different color plastic and paint. Yeah, so basically these guys have underskeletons, but like the under part is pretty much the same. Like right here, the waist section under here, and the legs and the arms, but there's a lot of retooling going on. So not the same figure, sort of, kind of, but not. It's enough difference where I like what they did. You know, I feel like I got something out of my money. They just didn't paint the same thing another color. So that's cool. So this is what these guys. So I'm going to get this guy transformed. Hopefully I remember how to transform him. All right, we got to remove this part, which is not cool. I wish it could stay on and still transform him, but it does not. Open this piece up. Unhinge this. All right, this is going to be all over the place. This is not official. I'm just going off my memory. Not that my transformation was that great before, but alright. Rotate this down and around. Same thing on this side, down and around. Now we have this. I need to rotate this. Okay, we're gonna rotate this and I think fold this over. Bring this part back. Wait. So I fold it over. Let's get this out of the way. Alright, we got something going on. Bring this to the back. Same thing over here. I think these fold in and actually hold on to the back of the car. Get in there. Alright, basically you take this and slot this part into the hands, if I'm remembering correctly. And parts forming is complete. He's holding on to the trunk of the car. And here he is. A little bit of tab issue. Yes, he is a mini masterpiece. Look at that. Would you look at that? At least the first version of the Masterpiece Transformer. I can't think of the MP designation. Not the plus, not the plus. So here is Bumblebee. Get this guy rolling. And look, they painted the rims. How dare they? They painted the rims and didn't paint the rims on smokescreen. He even has the Volkswagen logo right there. Wow. I think that's what that's supposed to be right here, but it's so tiny and the paint is not on there that great. Here he is. He has painted windshield wipers. Wow. The translucent blue windows look great. The painted door handle looks awesome. Tail lights are painted. License plate area, little trunk area. Oh, it's the engine on this car. The engine area. Oh, it looks great. Little vent right here. This thing looks awesome. They gave this thing a little bit of extra love. Which he's already a better figure than Cliff Jumper. He has a little bit more going on. I guess since they had to pay for the license for this car and Cliff Jumper is just a made-up car, they decided to give it some more love, go all the way to really sell this figure. But Bumblebee looks great. Rolls great, no issues, no clearance issues. That is awesome. Alright, so this thing becomes like the little jet ski from that one episode. Man, it escapes me now, but the Autobots were like driving on the water, surfing on the water, whatever. No, it was an episode where they actually surfed on surfboards, but they converted to like hovercraft or something on the one episode. So open this thing up and the pegs here, goes in these two holes and right here. How hard is it to get them in a hole? I'll say that'll have to do. Then you take, barely just turn these to the side. There's a notch right here that I was missing. And you put it on that notch right there and the notch right here. So I guess that's why it pays to look at instructions. And here are the blasters, the jets for the water ski. Now it makes a lot more sense. All I had to do was look at them. I'm hilarious. I crack myself up sometimes. So here he is in his hydrofoil. They would call hydrofoil mode. Like Optimus Prime, like activating hydrofoils or something like that on the episode from the G1 toy. So a lot of G1 nods going on here. And some people, like the haters, call it G1 service, but I'll take it. Alright, Bumblebee has another attack mode. And I don't know if this counts as attack mode, but he has another mode while he's in car mode. I knew this was going to hard to get out because it was hard putting it in there. Alright, so you take the cannon, transform the thing back. Maybe I should edit all of this out, but boom, boom, and does it matter? I don't know. I'm gonna go like this. Add these pieces once again. Maybe I should have led with this. And you unhinge the trunk. For the car, we get it up like this. And you take this part. Alright, I had to get my finger in here to pull this little peg out when he holds the back of the car as a shield in robot mode. So you get this little thing out. Then it slots in right there. And now he's weaponized. Which is actually pretty cool. Like to see this like in animation or live action where this part transforms and then this thing just and extend out of materialize. It's probably awesome like in live action. So I do like that. I think I missed this feature on Cliff Jumper. I'm pretty sure I missed it on Cliff Jumper. So he can roll and attack. Like I said, everybody calls these things mini masterpieces. A lot of the Earthrise and Siege figures. So let's put that to the test. Here's the first masterpiece version of Bumblebee, and I forget his MP designation like I always do, but I mean, man, it is spot on the masterpiece and the Volkswagen Beetle. I mean, this the paint job looks a little cleaner too on this version, which is hilarious. Look at this. Would you look at that? Man, so my eyes are starting to open to these figures like, wow. Under 20 bucks. right around 85 bucks. So, makes me wonder. They are side by side. What do you think? Is it a mini masterpiece or what? All right, bringing them closer. It's a couple more paint apps on the masterpiece. He has translucent lights. Obviously, I expect the masterpiece to be a little bit better, but they both painted the windshield wipers. They both painted the Volkswagen. Have the Autobot logo present. Rims are painted. I mean, look at that. I actually lost the little license plates on mine as soon as I reviewed this back in the day. But the license plate area is right here. The detailing is the same. It's just more grandioso on the masterpiece than it should be, but it is not far off. When we turn them over, look at that. I'll focus a little bit better. I mean, man. Yeah. Other than the parts forming part, and maybe they did that on purpose so you wouldn't be like, damn, it's a miniature masterpiece Transformer. Other than that, man, you got pretty much the same toy. I mean, I know it's going to be similar because the robot mode and the car mode are very, very similar, or meant to be the same. So I do get that, but man, it's not far off of the masterpiece as far as transformation and look in both modes. And you know I got to wheel out the G1. I think this is the reissue I picked up. I'm not sure which one. I think so. And the reissue was kind of based on what the Volkswagen Beetle would be as a penny racer. So the proportions are nowhere alike, and the yellows are completely different, but here these two are. All right, here are the bees back in robot mode. So let's take a look. Let's bring them closer and check out the similarities. Feet, side of the bots. You can see, like with the backpack, like the back of the car, there's a lot of similarities. The way the doors fold around to make the back of the feet. Of course, the masterpiece is obviously more advanced, but it is not far off. And the masterpiece face is closer to the cartoon, maybe because it's paler. The horns curve up a little bit over this one. This is a very nice little Bumblebee. Alright, now it's time for the size up and the rundown. I'm going to get out Generation 1 Bumblebee to kick us off. How these guys scale. Here's Legend Class. Yeah, I can't remember. Titans Return, Generation. This Bumblebee. Back to the masterpiece Bumblebee. And again with Earthrise Cliff Jumper. Earthrise Smokescreen. And Earthrise Optimus Prime. Alright, so my final thoughts on B is I really like the figure, and I'm going to go ahead and really recommend the figure. Only things I don't like are the parts forming, but I knew that coming in. Knew he was a retool of Cliff Jumper, reuse of the same things and elements from that mold. So I don't like that, and I don't like the fact that they did not put an Autobot logo right here. But that's all. That's the only negative things or shortcomings that this figure has. It is awesome. Wish it was a little bit cheaper, but I can say that about every figure. So I want to thank everybody for watching another episode of George Reviews, the reviews where every toy has a story.
Autobots, transform!